Hello again, everybody. Welcome to Highlands. Tonight, we have the Derry Trojans and the Highlands Golden Rams in a section matchup here at Ram Arena, along with the Dean, Mike Choma. This is Mike Pavlik. Tonight from Highlands, Dean, another home game and another section game, and a game that the Rams need to get to stay one game back a knock.
Yeah, Mike, this is the last game in the section of the first half. Coach Stosh was very upset after the knock game. We were giving up the previous three games 73 points a game. Cut it down to 57 in Mount Pleasant. I kept that ball stop statistic. I thought it was very important, and we stopped the ball. We held them to 57 points. What I liked about that too, Mike, the fact that coming off the bench, Antoine McDaniel had 7 ball stops. Those are the things we missed in a knock game. He's back here tonight, and I think we have a good chance.
Second half of that game against Mount Pleasant, the Rams only gave up 23 points, so that's more like it. By the way, Stosh walked behind me right there just to make sure to let everybody know exactly how much taller than me that he is, and it's considerable. It's more than a foot.
He's 6'7".
That's more than a foot. Yeah, exactly. Well, we had an upset the other night in Class 4, an interesting one because Quaker Valley went down.
Yeah, Mike, they lost to Blackhawk. Now, I'm going to do some crazy math here. We beat Blackhawk. Blackhawk beats Quaker Valley. What does that mean? It basically means, wait for it, 4A is wide open. Anybody can win it. We have a chance. There's 12 teams that have a chance, basically. But again, we got to get better. And this is what this is all about, taking another step forward and worrying about it tonight, not down the road.
Well, exactly. And you talk about this Derry team. They are 8-4. They come in here under Coach Tom Esposito, who's returning after he was the coach some years back. Took some time off, and now he's back at the helm. And before the season, he said there's no reason we shouldn't make the playoffs.
Yeah, Mike, and they got a big kid in the middle, John Kerr. Listen to these numbers. Against South Park, 26 points, 17 rebounds, 12 block shots. He's a volleyball player, obviously a pretty good one, too. Johnny Christ could get somebody to look him in the eyes tonight, so it should be interesting. I'm looking forward to it.
And he is the only senior on this squad, so we've been going through this section. This is one time through, and we've seen that there are a lot of young teams around here.
There are, Mike, and again, we're pretty young, too. We have 2 seniors, too, so it could be good this year, better next.
All right, that'll wrap it up. That's the pregame show. We'll have the tip-off coming up. It's Highlands and the Derry Trojans, and it's right after this. All right, time for the starting lineups brought to you by Dan Timmons Painting, Mike Choma.
And Mike, they will start a sophomore, number 1, Ryan Bushley. Only 5'6", Mike, but he's a ball handler, as Coach tells me.
Hey, you can't teach 5'6".
Yeah, you tell me about it. Number 13, the big guy in the middle, John Kerr, 6'5" senior. Mentioned that game against South Park, Mike. He had 21 and 10 against Mount Pleasant, 2 of our common opponents. Number 14, Tanner Nicely, a 6-foot junior, will start at the other guard. Number 20, Aiden Bushley, also a 6-foot junior. And their third junior is number 21, Justin Hurst, a 5'9" junior.
Starting lineups brought to you by Dan Timmons Painting, Natrona Heights, for all your commercial and industrial paintings needs. Stores, schools, churches to beautify and protect. Call Dan Timmons Painting, 724-224-2851. Dan Timmons Painting, they got you covered.
All right, Mike, coming in tonight at 7-4 and 3-1. Highlands will start number 1, Seth Cohen, a 6'5" senior. 6'2" senior, averaging 6'5" a game. Don Pacey, sophomore, 5'8", averaging 5.7 per game. Number 11, Corey Myers, coming off a career-high 20-point performance, averaging 9.3 per game. Our big guy in the middle, number 20, Johnny Christ, 6'7" junior, averaging 15.7. And the point guard, also our leading scorer, number 23, Luke Cochran, 6'2" junior, averaging 20.2 per game.
The tip-off will be brought to you by Mason Elite Hoops at the Pittsburgh Mills Mall. Individualized basketball training for third graders through varsity and beyond. You can find them on Twitter at Mason Elite Hoops. And the officials tonight, Dean, Dan Robinson, who we see a lot.
Yep.
He was here over the Christmas tournament. Chris Hoffman and Steve Mitterator.
By the way, Isaiah Mason in the house tonight.
Is he really?
Yep.
I didn't see him.
Karen brought him in, yep.
He might be out there at halftime. All right, so we're set to go. Back at home after the Friday night game. The Rams won it at Mount Pleasant, 76-57. A much better defensive effort and a great second half. I thought that was some of the better basketball they played in that second half. So we'll see if they can continue that. This Derry team at 2-2. They currently sit in fourth and looking to get into the playoffs, as their coach Tom Esposito said. He doesn't see any reason they can't.
Well, they're two clear of the teams below, Mount Pleasant and York. And Highlands gets the tap, and we see the matchup with Johnny.
They're chasing Luke around, too. There may be a triangle in two, Dan.
And
then they go
Kerr.
baseline to Christ. Good pass by Cochran, and the Rams lead 2-0. We're chasing Luke and Johnny both. We'll have to get a look at that again. That might have been what that was. So this is nicely forecourt. Now driving to the basket was Huss, and he lost it. Say Highlands knocked it out, and Derry will keep it. 8-4, 2-2 section. Rams 7-4, 3-1 section. Tom Esposito in his first year of his second stint, 10th overall.
At Mount Pleasant, I kept ball stops, Mike. Tonight I'm going to get beaten off the dribble. We'll go from positive to not so good. Let's see how that works out.
This is Huss. Out top to Bushy. He wears one. Drives in against
Travel.
And a travel as Pacey shut him down. This is one of the few times Dom's got the height advantage on the guy he's after.
I did it with the middle school yesterday, Mike, and I went to the locker room afterwards. I gave them their plus minus like in hockey.
Yeah, that was
Nice
wide open.
pass.
Myers, I forgot about him down there, and he laid it in. 4-0 Highlands. Now kicking it back out to Huss. Swings it right side to Bushy. Now baseline to the big fella. That's Kerr with a shot up, no good. Rebound Myers. Rams with the ball in a 4-0 lead.
They did miss a double dribble with Corey,
Yeah, he
but
did.
caught out in two hands.
Here's Cochran open right in front of us. Off the front rim, no good. Rebound Huss.
Well, they travel too, so now we're even.
4-0 Highlands, just underway on a Tuesday night.
Knock hit their first.
Oh, right off the foot of Pacey and right to Cochran. Lead feed to Myers. Drives, lays, missed it though. And a rebound to nicely. Corey with a career high. The ball's out of bounds the other night at Mount Pleasant with 20.
Surprised they didn't call kickball there.
And the big thing, and we'll talk about it a little bit later, when Danny Timmons gets in, he went 10-10.
Yeah.
10 points, 10 rebounds. Double-double.
And they had all 10 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Pulled away.
Oh, nice pass down underneath. And that's Kerr with the lay-in. 4-2.
But anyways, Mike, in that knock game, they were down early.
Nice dish to Cohen for the layup. 6-2.
Knock hit their first 7 3-pointers.
Yeah, they scored 33 points in the first quarter. And so I was wrong. I thought that that Derry might be able to catch them coming off the Highlands game, and I couldn't have been any more all wet than that.
Corey Myers gets his first.
The final score of that game was 85-43, and it was 53-23 at the half. Julian Sanks had 23 for the Knights. Knock playing Freeport tonight.
It went Mercerville, Mike. It was at Knock. Johnny locked that one and got a piece.
Now Myers slid it ahead to Pacey. Had a
They
man.
cut it back under 40, and they wanted the clock stopped. The Knock people.
That's not how it works. Myers, nice dish down underneath, and
No
Cohen missed the
foul
layup.
there.
Going to try it again off the heel, no good. Rebound, Myers just fought it away.
Well, they're letting him play underneath it.
Cohen will be
Fine.
fouled, and he'll shoot 2 at 5:39. My goodness, what a battle.
Seth didn't seem to mind the contact.
No, trust me.
Tanner Nice.
All the hits he took the last 2 football seasons and got up every single time. I think he missed one play out of South Fayette. I think that was it.
Cohen comes in 57% from the foul line.
And the Rams were just 7 for 22 the other night.
Yeah,
At Mount Pleasant,
60%,
after they had shot 74% the previous 6 games. So hopefully that's just a one-game aberration. 7-2 Rams.
Nice crowd for a Tuesday.
Very nice. Well, you know why. This is the last time the weather's going to be good for a while. Friday, I think we're okay.
You keep saying it.
Friday looks good. The weekend, I wouldn't make any plans. There's Kerr with the lay-in. 7-4. He's got all 4 Derry points.
Boy.
Beating them all the way down is Myers.
There's Scott in there, Mike, because that's the 3rd time they went to that. They're going to get out in front of him.
Now Bushy gets shut off by Pacey. They kicked it back out. That's a 3 by Bushy, and he drains it.
Aiden Bushy.
That's 9-7. Rams have led all the way here. They started out 4-0. Pacey. Kicked it to Myers left side. Yeah, Myers had 20 the other night. We think he could have had more. I thought he passed up a bunch of shots.
It's like he
just not being being unselfish.
It looked like a self-imposed limit, to which I say never.
No such thing, especially when it's a zone like that and that's your job.
Yep.
So the foul's on Bushy. That'll be his first. Team foul number 2 against the Trojans.
Shooter's got to shoot.
The ball's tipped out of bounds, and Highlands will keep possession at 4:48 as Cochran tried to hit a cutter in the corner there.
I see more and more kids doing that one-handed pass now, Mike. It drives an old-school guy like me crazy, but it's very effective. It's a bullet pass that gets there in a hurry.
And the more of those, the fewer bounce passes you see. Cochran beautifully in the lane, and he lays it in.
He just manhandled him, Mike.
Rams got 4 players on the score sheet. 11-7 Highlands. Quickly, Huss the other way. Turnover, Derry, and the Rams back. Here comes Cochran. He's going to dump it down underneath the Cohen. Felt the contact and drew the foul.
Yep. They're going to get curved from behind there.
Cohen will shoot 2. Well, many companies can give you car insurance quotes, but the only Nationwide can back that up with dedicated licensed professionals and superior claim service. Mel and John at the Boucher Agency want to make insuring your new teen driver a stress-free experience. Make sure to ask about Nationwide's young driver discount when you compare. No one beats Nationwide's rates for young drivers. Call your hometown Nationwide agents, John and Mel, 724-224-4300, and they'll help you choose the coverage that's right for your family. Remember, in the AK Valley, the Bouchers and Nationwide are on your side. John Boucher's your buddy, isn't he?
You better believe it.
Eddie helped out, third man on the booth.
Cohen makes 1 out of 2.
And he is his buddy. Might they get it out of Aiden Bushley?
Okay. Is that 2 on him? Okay, no, 3 guys have 1. Gotcha.
Plus with the little jump shot, cut to 12-9. They're in a 2-3 zone, Mike.
Cochran dumps it down to Cohen.
Now they're matched up, man.
Oh, nice dump down by Cochran. Christ will get the rebound and pad some stats there. He's got 4 points, and it's 14-9. Now Huss into trouble.
Gave up his dribble. Nice
and
job.
It's kicked out of bounds. Derry will keep it at 3:47. And now the aforementioned Daniel Timmons comes in the ball game. Those 2 guys, by the way, I was checking the numbers.
Look at that hairstyle tonight, Mike.
They're basically we got a little sumo thing going on. We're basically averaging 10 points at that position with those 2 guys. I think you'd take that.
Doggone it.
And who do we get? Antoine?
Corey Myers and got beat playing man. My little Piccolillo, you know that.
That's 2 on Corey as both Highlands fouls, and that will put Justin Huss to the line. First is no good. He'll get another. He hasn't scored yet tonight. 14-9. Mason Swanger comes in, and Corey Myers will get a rest.
Big game in section tonight, Mike. Knock is hosting Freeport. Freeport tie with us for second.
Huss makes 1 out of 2. It's 14-10. KQV.
There you go.
Swanger right side.
I heard a little flop after that pickup of the dribble. They were trying to get a walking call.
McDaniel to the foul line to Timmons. Now Cochran cutting his Swanger, but he gets shut out. There was a size disadvantage right there with Mason and Kerr.
Oh, they're going to
call Johnny Christ using the arm. Team foul number 3. They're even at 3 apiece at 3:21 first quarter. And it's 14-10 Highlands.
And Coach Tom Esposito going over and telling the ref what a great call that was. Never hurts to get a call, right, Mike?
That is correct. Especially officials.
Look at
it's Kerr ahead of the field, and the foul's on.
Put a couple down, by the way. So.
Foul on Highlands. I think they bailed him out there.
Luke.
That's 4 on the Rams now. Not a shooting foul. Bushy will.
Yeah, let's see if they can play man to man. Here they go.
Open was. Foul. It's a 3 by Aiden Bushy. Am I correct?
Yep, he's got 2 of them. 14-13. Nice.
Timmons.
Flop. That's going to be a flop.
Oh, it's a charge. And the problem was that the official called it from behind it, and sometimes you don't have the best view.
I did not see that, Mike. It looked like he slid in underneath.
So that's a foul on Timmons. That's his first.
What did you see?
Well, I was blocked off to that extent.
Okay.
So I'm not going to make a...
Taking a fifth.
Yeah, I am not going to... Oh, nice pass by Kerr down underneath.
Johnny's going to get his second.
Yep. And things are looking good for the Trojans here early on as Tanner Nicely will go to the line. Christ and Myers already with 2. (14-13). Rams have led the whole way until now.
Nicely's first point. That was Nicely's first point of the night.
He'll get a second here. So Christ sits down. Myers is back in
there, yep.
with his 2. Chance to give Derry the lead for the first time. It's in and out and in again.
He won 3.
15-14. Trojans by 1. Now bad pass by Pacey was picked off by Huss. He drives in off to Bushy. His shot no good. It's tipped, and McDaniel has it for Highlands. And stolen right back by Ryan Bushy. And he's fouled by Timmons, and he's got 2 at 2:28 first quarter.
Don made the cardinal sin, Mike. He left his feet and didn't know where he was going to throw it.
Timmons, Myers, Christ, all with 2. 5.5 minutes into the game.
Putting Johnny back out there, 2:28 to go, saying, hey, you got to learn to play with 2 fouls. Let's see what happens.
We did the girls' game last night. Burl was here. Kaylin Sherrow, their high scorer, had 3 fouls in the first 4 minutes and never left the floor. And didn't pick up another one until there was a minute to go in the game.
Yep. Now all 5 Derry stars are in the scorebook. Mike Bushley gets his first.
First for him, and it's... Now we have a lane violation, so the second one won't go. 16-14, Derry by 2.
I just noticed we have 2 Bushleys in the lineup. I don't know if we have a brother actor here or not, Mike. Sophomore and junior, 1 and 20.
Here's Cochran.
Yeah, I'm looking. I'm their brothers.
Nice reverse move by Christ. It won't go. Rebound is loose.
Johnny got to be careful.
Johnny nearly stole it. And Myers kicked that ball, and then Coach Esposito saw it, and a blocking foul against Derry. He's not too happy. Myers kicked that ball forward to get the advantage for Highlands. That should have been whistled dead.
And Johnny could have picked up his third real quick.
John Kerr picks up his first foul. And the ref saying he didn't see it. So he...
Tonight, Mike, is North versus South night. You know that. I'm sorry, that was Friday night, North versus South. We all played each other.
Blue versus gray.
Yes.
Johnny Christ makes the first. He's got 5 on the night, and he can tie the game with this one.
Knock beat Derry. We beat Mount Pleasant, and Freeport beat York.
Off the back rim, and Aiden Bushy has it. Now to Huss. 12 free throws already tonight, by the way.
Wow.
There's Kerr. He's got 6, and it's 18-15. Myers out of the corner. Foul line to Cohen. Back out to Cochran with a long 3. It's in and out, no good. Rebound Kerr.
Kerr just threw it out the space.
Threw it into an area, and Justin Huss was the first man to get it. Here's Bushy for 3. It's a dipper. Rebound Price. Out to Cochran. Rams down 3, a minute and a half, first quarter. Kicked it to Myers in the corner. His 3's on the way. It's no good. Rams are cold from outside. And a rebound to Derry.
Big mismatch there with McDaniel. 6'2" on the 5'6" Bushley.
Here's Aiden Bushy. Back to Ryan. Got shut off for a moment. Now Nicely's able to grab it. 2 Rams out there at the top of the circle. 1 minute left, first quarter. Derry 18, Highlands 15. Ooh, Bushy almost walked, but able to get it to Aiden. Put it down underneath, missed it. Huss now just throws it out. And Huss with a jumper from the baseline. It's missed. And here comes Myers back the other way.
4 on 2. They can take advantage.
Now McDaniel puts it on the floor. Back out to Myers. Now to Cochran.
And they really make that 2-3 look big with Kerr in the middle, Mike.
Well, he is definitely a big fella. McDaniel out of the corner.
Air.
It is off the rim. Rebound Cohen does a nice job to save it. Cochran going to let it go for 3. And the Rams, broadside of the barn territory right now. Cochran going to try again with a head fake. Drives into the paint and got fouled by Kerr, and he's got 2 at 15 seconds first quarter.
Nice job by Luke, Mike. The 3 wasn't going, so he decided to take the ball to the hoop.
Take it right at the big fella.
And that 1-3 he just took there, Mike, he was off balance because of pass. They had a chance to give him a nice pass. I always tell him, try to hit him in a scoring position. You got to go up for the ball or down to the sides. Makes it tough to get yourself back on balance to square up and shoot. And that's what we know when Luke is deadly, when he gets the ball with feet underneath, he's dangerous.
76% from the line. He makes the first. This is the 4th trip to the foul line tonight, and Highlands has made 1 out of 2 every time. Let's see if we can fix that.
Yep, here's the chance.
18-16, Derry by 2. 15 seconds left of the quarter. Oh, Coach Esposito's lost the jacket. Cochran makes them both. It's a 1-point game against pressure.
Yep. 23 years in coaching, Mike. Started at Blairsville as assistant, 5 years at Homer Center, and 10 years at Derry.
Oh, pass is high, nearly saved. Oh, now it ended up going off a swanger out of bounds.
Yep.
That just pinballed around over there. Played a little plinko with it off of some legs. And
smart idea here, Mike, to put Kerr back in.
For offense here with 5 seconds, correct. I thought they were going to play with 6 for a moment, but pull the goalie.
Sam Jones in and out real quick.
Sad Sam Jones. Put your no-hitter against the Pirates once. There's a jump ball.
That's possession going to go to...
Well, that'll give Highlands the ball coming out of the break, so...
That's the good news.
4 seconds left here.
Get to the corner, Justin.
It's Ryan Bushy. Dumps it into Aiden. In the paint. And that's good if it goes, and it does. By Tanner nicely at the buzzer. And a good first quarter for the Derry Trojans. And the Highlands defensive woes are back as Derry puts 20 up in the first period, and they lead it 20-17.
That was long of 3 seconds, Mike. It seemed to take a while, didn't it? Well, winners here. Yep, the big one's coming this weekend. What is it, Mike? 2 to 3, right? 2 inches to
2 inches to 3 feet.
That's what I thought.
I'm always right.
Yep. So there's no better time to stop in a Highland Tire. Do it before the weekend, guys. See why they're voted the best to buy tires in the AK Valley for 26 consecutive years and best for oil change the last 24. Family owned and operated since 1961. Highland Tires offers one of the largest and most complete inventory of tires in the Pittsburgh area. If you can't find it, ask on site. They'll get it for you. Visit HighlandTire.com or give them a call and print them. That's 724-224-9222. In the Corona Heights, 724-224-7900. Or Highland Integrity Alignment at 724-224-5900. Highland Tire, service, integrity, price, we deliver. Nice crowd for a Tuesday night.
It is.
Cheerleaders accompanying my reading there. Perfect.
Nicely done, by the way. We're gonna have Eddie read the next commercial.
There you go.
Should have let him do John Boucher since that's his buddy, but it's all right.
By the way, this Derry team, Mike, they made it to the finals in football this year. They have some athletes out there. 2 of the guys, Nicely and Huss, were on that football team. And now we go, it looks like a 1-2-2.
Second period underway. Rams down 3. Here's McDaniel. Stops and pops. It's short. Cohen got the rebound. Nice pass. Missed it. McDaniel again. Rams are very cold shooting so far. Here's a runner by Cochran, and it settles home.
Both big guys start out on the bench. Second half with 2 fouls, Kerr and Price.
20-19, Derry by 1. Here's Ryan Bushy. Into the paint, up and under move, and down it goes. His first basket, 3rd point, 22-19.
That time Swanger got taken to the rack, Mike. Johnny didn't stay out very long. Look, they're matching bigs. Coach Esposito puts Kerr back in the lineup.
And you may have heard him. He came over and asked if Highlands had sub before the quarter. He wanted to know because I think he was going to put Kerr back in. These guys, they may have an arms race and both be out of here early. McDaniel 3-ball off the back rim, but he's the only man there for the rebound. Now to Pacey.
Always knows where it's going, Mike. So tell the kids, you're the first one to know.
Pacey loops it to the corner for Cochran. Hook pass, right side to McDaniel, but he got shut off nicely by Aiden Bushy.
They extend that, Mike.
Now Pacey lost it. There's a battle and knocked out of bounds last by Derry. And I think they should have let that one go. I think that might have been their ball. But good hustle by Ryan Bushy. I think he was last to touch it.
Sam Jones going to check in the lineup, and Mr. Kerr's going to get worn out running back and forth to the bench. Mike. They're going to go offense, defense with him. Jones, a 6'2 sophomore.
Yeah, sad Sam Jones was a pitcher in the 50s. Cohen couldn't get it to settle, and Nicely's got the rebound. It's tipped, last touch by Christ. It's Derry ball at 6:47. They have a 3-point lead. Here's Huss to Ryan Bushy. Now the Trojans break the press. They're up 3. It's their biggest lead. 6:35 to go first half.
Shuffle!
Here's Jones, high posting.
Shuffle!
Back to Bushy. Now a jumper is pure by Aiden Bushy, and he's in with 10. And it's 24-19.
He leads all scorers.
Cochran kicked it out to McDaniel. Went baseline to Cohen. Now went off Price's hand.
Pass. Yeah, Johnny could have corralled that one.
The save by Cochran.
How are they going to get Johnny on the third?
The basket's got to be good. The basket has to count.
The basket has to count.
The ball was up there for. The ball was up there for.
Long gone. It has to count.
The ball was up there for 10 minutes.
Yeah, you got to get some help. Yeah, got to get some help there. There's no doubt about it.
The ball was bouncing around on the rim for 10 minutes. That would be criminal. Yeah. So now they're discussing it.
Yeah, that's got to be good. They're going to fix it. Dan Robinson taking over here, Mike.
Yeah, you see that.
He's correct.
He's the lead official tonight.
Mm-hmm. So basket counts for
and that's by Cochran.
This way.
Bad news though, that Johnny picks up his third foul, Mike, and he just can't make those type of fouls.
6:07 to go. First half, 24-21. Derry leads it.
That's our 18th foul, Mike. They're going to shoot one-on-one.
You heard me right. Yes, they are going to shoot one-on-one. Tanner Nicely's going to go to the line. They're 4 for 6 so far. Yeah, they're going to be a lot of free throw shooting at this rate.
Hey, 3-1-3.
First by Nicely's off the front rim, no good. Missed it, but Derry got the rebound. And the Rams let him do it.
Yeah.
This Huss out of the corner. Missed it long, but Jones did a nice job to save it. And now it hit the backside of the backboard, and it'll be Highlands basketball.
He tipped it.
Only 3 turnovers for both teams, Mike, here, but lots of fouls.
3-point lead for the Trojans. Here's Cochran. Hooks it over to Pacey. He's wide open. His 3 at Dipper. Rams can't buy one from out there. Cochran will finish it, though.
And Mike, against his zone, they're getting great looks, but not converting them.
10 points for Luke Cochran, and the Rams cut it to 1 here at 5:38. Now Bushy cut in. Jones made the save, though. Back out to Nicely. Ryan Bushy between circles. Drives into the paint. Threw it off the leg. But the Trojans control it. And
you called timeout. Wait a second. You called timeout. You can't have both
timeout. You can't have both. A nice try by Coach Esposito, however. They're trying to get both.
Dan Robinson making sure that he takes care of that, Mike. And give us a chance to talk about Joe Lucchino and his son Joseph. They proudly welcome you to Lucchino Insurance and Financial Group. By the way, Joe Jr.'s second girl.
How about that?
January 6th. Serving the AK Valley for decades, the Lucchinos are a broad-based financial advisory firm with a wide range of opportunities for both you and your business. And again, these crazy times, Mike, Joe is offering to anyone that comes in a 4% guarantee on their money, and that money stays with them, and they get 4% as we go along. They're located at 2318 Freeport Road next to Donut Connection, or call them at 724-224-8908 or 724-905-7583. Why wait? Let Lucchino Insurance and Financial put you on the road to financial stability today.
So, January 6th, that was my dad's birthday.
How about that?
So, there we go. Hopefully that's good luck.
I'll let him know.
Derry with the basketball, leading by 1.
Now remember, this team had the Mercer report on them by knock on Friday night. Doesn't look like the same team, does it?
Well, right now, Highlands isn't the same team as Knock.
Nope.
And that's really what we're down to here. Here's Bushy.
And think Coach making a smart move, Mike.
Oh, steal by Cochran. As he stepped in front, intercepted the pass, drives all the way down and lays it in. Highlands takes the lead back.
Coach Esposito is going to put Kerr back in the line and put Johnny on the bench. I think it's a smart idea, Mike.
That's travel by Aiden Bushy.
4th turnover.
And here is the aforementioned Mr. Kerr, big number 13.
I knew he was going back in. He stood in front of me. I couldn't see anything.
He does pretty much block out the sun. There's no doubt about that.
And Johnny's 6'7". He's a big 6'5".
Here's Pacey. Corey Myers, long skip pass. Oh, saved by McDaniel, but only for a moment. Here's Ryan Bushy back the other way. And the driving layup is made by Huss. His first basket, 3rd point. 26-25, Derry back on top. Cochran in the paint, he traveled.
That's a little touchy, Mike. I could see it, but usually they let that one go. 5th Highlands turnover.
Ryan Hood in the game, number 24. We saw him in the JV game.
He's on the all-hair team, huh?
Yeah, he's helping out the flow game here tonight. 26-25, Trojans by a point. 4.5 left first half. Oh, Bushy traveled anyway. He threw it to Myers. It was going to be a turnover one way or the other.
5-5 in the turnover department.
Well, the scoring has certainly slowed here in the second quarter. Pacey, he double dribbled. He got away with it. Cochran, 15-footer, back rim no good. Rebound, Kerr. Out to Aiden Bushy.
Slid that foot a little bit.
Huss stops. Little runner. Teardrop, no good. Rebound Cohen. Rams with the ball down 1. Pacey, nice pass by Cochran, but Kerr blocked it.
That's what Kerr does, Mike.
Now Ryan Bushy will reset things. 3.5 to go first half. 26-25. Derry by 1. Here's Huss. Aiden Bushy right side. He's going to step back and let her fly. It's a dipper. Rebound. The Hood had a piece of it, and Swanger comes away with it and then threw it away. Gave it right back. Here's Bushy. Into the paint. Leads it for Kerr with a lay-in. 28-25.
Kerr with 6. More importantly, Derry has a 3-point lead here. And they got Swanger stuck.
Got a little bit of trouble over there. Now they go high post to Cochran, and now we have a kickball. Highlands will keep possession at 3 minutes to go.
I think Luke should have finished that one, Mike. Especially with Kerr and foul trouble. We'd like to get that 3rd on him before the half.
Cochran needs some help. Finds it in Swanger. Cochran out of the corner. Drives in there against the big fella. Put it up, missed it. Rebound McDaniel, no good. Rebound is loose. Derry with it. Antoine off the score sheet so far. Nothing for Dom Pacey either.
No, we only had 4 Golden Rams score.
And Christ has been on the bench here with 3 fouls most of this second quarter. Now to Kerr. Good job by Pacey.
That's what Dom does.
Get in there. And that's what happens when the big fella brings the ball down. He makes Dom just the same size as he.
Yep.
And a pair of number 13s tie it up. And the arrow belongs to Derry. Boy, a tied-up ball between 2 number 13s. That's pretty unlucky.
Yeah, really.
Nicely.
There should be a charge.
It should be a foul.
Wow, I give Dom credit to stand in front of big Mr. Kerr. But they didn't get the call.
Set the screen.
2:29 remaining first half. Here's Bushy. Underneath it. Boy, that was an ill-advised pass, and Derry's lucky to get it back. There were 2 Rams in there. Stosh thinks that Derry touched it last.
Swanger and Pacey were being pestered on the much bigger John Kerr.
That might be a way to deal with it. You know, Tom Myers used to do things like that. To put a smaller, quicker guard on a big fellow like that and give him all kind of trouble. He did that at Valley a lot of times.
Yep. Swanger kicks that one out of bounds.
Well, the defense has gotten a lot better here in this quarter. Derry's only scored 8 times, 8 points. But Highlands has only scored 8. We've ground to a halt. 2:20 to go. Nicely to Kerr. Back
Nice
to goal. Great job by Cohen to get it out of there, and now Swanger lost it. Cohen got it back somehow to Cochran. And a foul against Derry.
Could have went either way that time, Mike. They gave the foul to Tanner nicely.
Rams couldn't get the break. The ball wouldn't go down. That's 16 fouls against Derry, so Highlands, everybody's shooting now. Cochran gets 2 because he was in the act. He missed the first, he'll get another. Caleb Radishak into the Highlands lineup.
Had a real nice JV game, like Caleb.
Yes, he did.
See, that touch continues in the varsity game. JV's won easily here this evening.
Cochran 3 out of 4 from the line tonight. That's his average.
And the middle school beat Penn Hills yesterday, Mike.
Yes, they did. I hardly recognize Penn Hills, but... Oh, Cohen goes up to steal the pass, and Pacey controls it. That's 2 good defensive trips in a row by Seth. Here's Pacey driving down. Kicked it out to McDaniel. His three's on the way. Missed it. Rebound, Radishak couldn't get it. And they lead it up to nicely, and he lays it in. Nicely. Highlands wants a timeout at 1:45. It's a 4-point Derry lead, 30-26.
And that time they leaked up, Mike. Planet Fitness Heights Plaza in Toronto Heights. It's your home for judgment-free zone. You missed that $1 enrollment? Well, guess what? It's only going to cost you $5 now. $5 down, $10 a month. Get all the equipment you need. Everyone, I mean everyone, is a free-to-work environment. Saw Ken Woods up there again today. He's becoming a regular.
That's good.
Open staff 24/7. Friendly staff to help you meet your fitness goal needs. I lost my sunglasses, Mike. So now we're looking for them at Planet Fitness. The sun comes out so
rarely this time of year that you can't remember the last time you had them.
Exactly.
I understand.
So I'm on the hunt up there. If anybody finds them, give them to me. Teen 13 and 15 can join, accompanied by an adult 18 or older. 16-year-olds can have their own memberships. So remember, $5 down, $10 a month. Stop in by Planet Fitness in the Heights Plaza today. Their prescription, they're brown. Amber.
And prescription.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. That's important.
My son Ken used to work at the movies, and he said we could open a sunglass store. We have so many up there.
Seriously. Here's Radishak all the way down. No foul called. It's loose, and Derry has it. Chance to get their biggest lead.
Carter Leary out there too, Mike. I think Coach Dachinsky's trying to get some people's attention here on a Tuesday night.
It's not a bad idea.
Coach Esposito's calling for the last shot in a minute and a half, Mike.
Some attention needs to be gotten.
Yep.
This is us.
It's one of these games where the goal Rams just feel all they do is show up if they read the result from the other night, and it doesn't work that way.
Steal by Cochran. Bad pass. Cochran's going to take it all the way in, lay it up, and score.
Yeah, I would not be taking the air out of the ball this
Heck
early.
no. 15 for Luke. He's got 15 of the 28 Highlands points. They trail by 2, and a travel in the backcourt.
Good news, though, the Rams have forced 10 turnovers, Mike, only committing 6.
So the Rams will key it in. Radishak goes backcourt for Cochran. Less than a minute. The Rams have the basketball. Down 2. Cochran tries to take Jones to the basket and put it in.
He's got 17, Mike. He's taking over Christ on the bench. And Johnny's got to learn, Mike, not to pick up that third foul and a push-off underneath the basket. He's a junior. Can't be doing that.
We're tied at 30. Rams have fought back. They were down as many as 5 here in this second quarter. This is Ryan Bushy. This Derry team scoring 57, allowing 56. Highlands numbers are in the 60s. This is Aiden Bushy, plays catch with his brother out top. 13 seconds, and lets it fly. 3 ball, off the rim, no good. Rams have the ball, 10 seconds, and the arrow. Lead feed to Cohen, lays it up and in, and the Rams take the lead.
Nice assist that time to Radishak.
And quickly they fire it down and miss it, and the Rams have a nice finish. They score the last 6 points of the half and take the lead at the break. It's Highlands 32 and Derry 30. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with stats and more right after this. All right, we're back at halftime, and the Rams scored the last 6 points of the first half. and have taken the lead over the Derry Trojans 32-30. Just talking to Karen Mason, and she wanted me to remind you that the Wireless Zone is the world's largest independent Verizon wireless franchise in America, offering the most popular smartphones, tablets, connected devices, and all the latest accessories with award-winning customer service. Stop in today and see what makes Verizon the world's largest and most reliable network. They have 12 area locations, including 6 in the AK Valley. Of course, you can find them in Natrona Heights at the Walmart Plaza or Pittsburgh Mills Mall next to JCPenney and across from Victoria's Secret. Call the Natrona Heights location at 724-224-4590 or the Mills at 724-275-1154. Or find the Wireless Zone store nearest you simply by visiting wirelesszone.com. Dean, you have some stats?
Yeah, Mike, with Johnny on the bench with those 3 fouls. Luke Cochran's taken over. He has 17 here in the first half. Johnny had 5 in his brief stint. Seth Cohen has 6, scored that last one right before the half. And Corey Myers has 4 to get the Rams 32 points. For the Derry Trojans, they're led by number 20, Aiden Bushy. He has 10. Tanner Nicely, 6. John Kerr, 6. Brian Bushy has 3. Justin Huss has 5. So all 5 Trojans are on the score sheet. Gives us a chance to tell you about the Anchor Inn. Again, another basketball season, another time to go to the Anchor Inn. We're up there every weekend, and when we get to home games, we'll be there too. Joe, Andy, and Dee continue a family tradition started by their parents way back in 1953. Great home-cooked meal without having to do the cooking. The original Anchor Burger, my favorite. And your favorite is those seasoned wings.
Love them.
Yep, and Cheese Delights, that's Carol and Alch's favorite.
I see Carol.
She's here tonight.
I'm looking at her right now. She's up there, yep, right under the 2 rows down.
They'll probably be at the Anchor Inn right after this. Daily specials are available, always served on a blue plate. Kitchen's open to 11, so there's no better way to celebrate a Highlands victory. Hopefully we can pull it out here tonight, leading 32-30, then going to the Anchor Inn after the game. Anchor Inn, Freeport Road in Natrona Heights. Welcome aboard.
The bad news was they gave up 20 points in the first quarter. The good news was they gave up 10 in the second quarter. So onward and upward, I say. And keep Johnny Christ on the court. I think that would help us out, too, as we get ready to start the second period. This Derry team, we talk about, they haven't made the playoffs since 2008. And that was under their previous coach, Damon Rouse, and he was here. He took over for Coach Esposito, and now as Coach Esposito took over for him. And they haven't had a winning season since 2001. And here's an interesting stat about them: is last year they missed the playoffs in Section 1-4A, same section we're in now, by 3 games. Then Deer Lakes made the 4th spot. They went 0-8 against the 4 playoff teams in the conference. And this year, they're 0-2 against the teams above them in the conference. So they're going to need to break through. The ice needs to be broken, and we'll see if they're a win tonight would certainly go a long way in that direction.
Something unusual, Mike. Usually the Golden Rams on the court very early at halftime.
They just got here.
Yeah, they're holding the clock up. I think Stosh had a couple choice words to them based on effort alone here on a Tuesday night. Take a whack at that. I got a Gatorade at halftime. I can't get it open.
As I tell my mother, you loosened it for me.
I loosened up with it.
Yeah.
Man, that's scary.
So Highlands will get the ball to start the second half. They get a chance to really get the twofer. They scored the last 6 points. Derry led it 30-26. And that's when Coach Esposito decided he might take some of the air out with a minute and a half to go in the half, and it backfired on him.
Yeah, kind of did there, Mike. Johnny back in the starting lineup here to start the second half with those 3 fouls.
Mason Elite Hoops brings you the second half. Individualized basketball training for 3rd graders all the way up through varsity and beyond. On Instagram, that's Micah Mason 22. A 3 ball is up and no good. The Rams are not, and a tip by Cohen is good. The Rams are 0 for 10 from 3-point land tonight.
That is not good.
Thanks to Steve Meaner for that statistic. He said he wishes he couldn't give it to me. Now they go baseline to Nicely. Ball went off of Kerr's hands. And back to Huss. His jumper is off the back rim. Rebound Myers. Rams up by 4 on an 8-0 run. Oh, Cochran goes all the way to the basket, lays it up, and got a lid on it. This is Ryan Bushy the other way.
Gotta be careful.
Nice pass down underneath, and Huss with the finish.
That time Johnny did use his head, Mike. He was going to get his 4th foul to try to challenge that one. He didn't.
34-32. Long cross court over to Myers. Now baseline to Cohen. Oh, nice dish, and Christ finishes. 7 for Johnny, his first point since the first quarter, 36-32. Now on the baseline, kicked it out. Huss has got a 3 off the rim. It's tipped. Rams don't box out. Bushy threw a bad pass. Steal by Cochran to Pacey, and that was all messed up. He's lucky he didn't get called for walking.
A unison of coaches asked for that from the Derry bench.
Oh, nice pass by Cochran, and finally Johnny with the finish.
And all of a sudden, Highlands is up 6, Mike.
38-32. It's their biggest lead of the game.
I'm guessing some paint was peeled off the wall in the locker.
Rams on a 12-2 run. 2 minutes into the second half. Ryan Bushy into Kerr. Back outside to Nicely. Oh, great defense by Cohen, but the big fella laid it in anyway.
Johnny had to be careful there again, Mike.
38-34. That's 10 points for Kerr. Myers for 3 out of the corner, and finally the lid's off.
Sometimes, Mike, when that happens, it comes in spurts.
Well, the Rams, great play by Pacey. Kicked it out. Cochran for 3. It's off the front. Rim it in! That's living right.
Yep.
And it's 44-34 all of a sudden.
And all of a sudden, Luke Cochran has 20, and the Gold Rams look like they've been shot out of a cannon here.
Highlands in the second half, 12-4, and 16-4 since late second quarter. And the Rams lead it by 10 now, 44-34, out of nowhere.
I think Coach Stosh had lit the fuse downstairs, Mike.
It may be. You know, speaking of lighting fuses, I see Glenn Mills and Rose sitting over there.
That's some kind of plaque in his hand, it looks like.
Dan Timmons and Mr. Bober, they're all taking care of things. B&J Sports at 1605 Freeport Road in Natrona Heights, outfitting our local teams and the great fans of the AK Valley for over 45 years. When it comes to all your sporting goods needs, look no further than B&J Sports. Customized high school jackets, team uniforms, trophies, plaques, any kind of sports equipment. You just can't beat the service at B&J. They're open 9 to 5:30 weekdays and Saturdays 9 to noon, so stop in today or give Glenn a call at 724-226-2762, because 5 decades says it all. B&J Sports.
Highlands in a 2-3 now, trying to protect Johnny.
Seth Cohen's having a great game defensively tonight. Oh, great no-look pass, and they miss it. And Kreis will finish it. Johnny with 3 baskets here in the third quarter. 46-34.
And they forced 11 turnovers here so far.
And it's like the light switch went on.
Yeah.
Here's Bushy. To Ryan Bushy. Nearly a steal by Pacey, but Trojans able to keep it. Oh, what a block by Johnny Kreis. Here comes Pacey behind the back. Linking off to Kreis, and he lays it in. He did it on both ends.
Coast to coast, Mike.
13 points for Johnny Kreis, 8 of them here in 3.5 minutes.
And he looks like he was shot out of a cannon, huh?
Nearly another steal. And now Kerr underneath, and it's blocked by Pacey from behind.
Got to be a foul there.
Now to Kreis.
Oh,
lost the basketball. It's out of bounds, and it's Derry's ball at 4:24. Highlands by 14.
That was a little tough one not to make there, Mike.
Sir. Which one, Coach?
It's always the answer. Which one, Coach? You mean it wasn't obvious to you? If it was, I would have called it. I've heard that one. I've heard that discussion in the past. Here's Bushy.
He's going to buy one, I think.
Now to Hood. Oh, Kreis with an overplay, and he just reached in and stole the basketball. Now to Cochran. No look. Pacey out of the corner. Luke wants it back. Myers left side. Now Eddie's answering the coach's back when they call for a foul.
Now it looks like 1-3-1, Mike.
Nice job by Cochran. He had it blocked. It's tipped out. Cohen, the rebound, scores. Seth Cohen into double figures with 10, and the Rams lead it 50-34.
And it's a luxury to have Timmons get 10 one night and Cohen get it the next.
24-4 run. Here's Kreis to Pacey. Here's Johnny!
Baby! All off transition, Mike. And there's another steal.
52-34. What a lead. Another one to Christ. He's going to catch this one and softly lay it up and miss it. Cohen the rebound, no good. Cohen kicks it out. Here's Pacey now. Baseline. Christ is fouled. He shoots 2 at 3:07, and Highland leads it by 18.
Yikes. What a flurry that was, Mike.
Johnny Christ will go to the line and shoot a pair. He has 10 points in 4 minutes and 53 seconds.
Tanner nicely gets his third foul.
First one is good. 16 points for Johnny.
19-point lead. Wow, Mike, that was fast, huh? 17 points this quarter? Yikes.
It's a 27-4 run. Second one's in and out, but saved by McDaniel. Cochran for 3. It's in and out, no good. A rebound. It's loose on the floor. They dive
Great
for it.
job by
Swanger had it, lost it, and nicely controls it for the Trojans. Now the Bushies play catch backcourt. This is Ryan. And a foul is going to be on Mason Swanger. That'll be his first. Team fouls even 1 apiece, second half.
The old nickel dimer, Mike.
Derry led it 30-26 with a minute and a half left in the first half. They've scored 4 points since, and Highlands has scored 27.
That's a run. An impressive run.
It is. Here's Huss. Now to Bushy. Nicely now up the foul line with Christ on him. Got it to Kerr, but Rams double team, and Kerr put it in anyway. He's got 12, and it's 53-36. Underneath to Timmons, and Kerr blocked it and swatted it out of there.
He's got a volleyball scholarship offer from St. Francis, Mike, so he's taking care of school-wise. Johnny
Bushy
gonna get his 4.
is fouled by Christ at 2:14.
You say, here's Johnny, I go, oh, Johnny. Just again. Not necessary.
So Swanger and Christ will sit. Pacey and Myers back in. That's a second team foul against Highlands second half. Now backcourt to Nicely. Drives in, kicked it out to the corner, and the 3 is drained by Justin Huss. That's their first one of the second half. They've made 3 tonight. Rams have made 2. 53-39. Pacey hooks it out to Cochran. Less than 2 to go, third quarter. Myers for 3. It's off the rim. Tipped. Timmons saved it for a moment, and Ryan Bushy has it with Cochran back. And Cochran blocked it and knocked it out of bounds. It's Highlands basketball. Last touch by Bushy.
Yep.
What a great job of defense that was.
Not only did he block it, but he made sure the ball went back in bounds. So Highlands get possession.
1:41 left of the third quarter, and the Rams have turned this one completely around.
Back to the 1-2-2 zone.
Pacey's going to let a 3 go. It's off the rim. Rebound. Nicely done by Leary. Back out to Cochran. Back to Pacey in the corner. Try it again. It's off the rim. Cochran a rebound. Cochran spins in the lane. A lot of contact. Ball's out of bounds. And the Trojans will get possession, and Seth Cohen comes back in.
Mike, we got to hit some threes over these zones. They've come up with a different combination: 1-2-2, 1-3-1, 2-3, and we hit 2 so far.
Trojans against pressure. Bushy tries to get it to Nicely. He does. Gets shut off by Cohen, though. Now, glass and good, Aiden Bushy. He's got 12. That ties Kerr for the most on the Trojans, and it's 53-41. They cut it to 12. Hounds are led by as many as 19. That's a 7-0 Derry run, and Stosh wants to talk it over at 56 seconds. 53-31, the Rams lead it.
Pacey picked up his dribble again. Like, you can't pick up a dribble without knowing what you want to do with it.
So we talked about schedule. We should do that now. Friday night, we will be at home. Seneca Valley will be here. The weather, as of now, looks good for that. We should be good with that game. And then Sunday, weather permitting, we put in quotes, at Woodland Hills, Old Gym, Sunday 3 o'clock against the Johnstown Trojans. And we'll have to keep our eye on the weather about that one.
Seneca Valley makes 7-4 and 6-8, 2-2 overall. They won 4 of their last 5. They're hosting Butler tonight. We have one common opponent, Pine Richmond. They got beat by 27. We got beat by 32.
There may be some post-traumatic PTSD after having to look at Ethan Morton.
Yes.
Maybe that'll happen. Here's Cochran with it for Highlands. Looped it over to Pacey. Now Leary takes a baseline jumper, and it's blocked and knocked out of bounds, and Highlands will keep it at 42 seconds.
That's got to be at least 5 or 6 recurrent blocks tonight. You see how he can do it. It looks like he's playing volleyball, literally.
Pacey loops it in deep to Cochran. He's going to take a 3. It's down.
And that was right in front of Mr. Kerr.
23 points for Luke Cochran, and it's 56-41. Luke has 2 from outside the arc. His only 2 baskets of the half.
Above his average of 20 a game.
Oh, Kerr lost it, but now they got it back. Lost it again, and Cochran grabs it. 20 seconds left of the quarter. Highlands by 15.
Coach calls for 1 shot.
Now they go corner to Myers. 10 seconds. Arrow belongs to Derry. Cochran makes a nice play, gets it over to Myers for 3. It's a dipper. Rebound Cohen, tip no good. Still has time. Won't go. As the third quarter comes to an end, and Highlands with a big third quarter, they put 24 up and lead the Derry Trojans 56-41.
Cohen have a good night, make lots of rebounds. And
yes, having a terrific game. Trivia time is A&B Pizza time. Make sure to call 724-224-5311 to order your A&B Pizza now.
And Mike, they're back open again after taking a little vacation. January.
I hope 15th. They went someplace warm.
Yes. Speaking of openers, here's one for you, Mike. Highlands, last 10 years, openers of the season, what's their record? In the last 10 years, they're home openers. Not home openers,
but they're openers.
Yes. Lid lifters, as they would say to basketball.
Okay. Stosh is 1-12.
He hasn't been here for 13 years.
But you play 2 games?
No, first game.
Oh, okay, just the first game.
Just the first game.
Okay, well it's 1-6 then.
1-6 for him, but what are we overall?
Well, that's what I'm working on.
Okay, you're correct. 1-6. Who was the win again?
Summit Academy at Pine Richland.
Very good. You get $1 off right away. Now for the pineapple,
I got to get the other. I got to get the other 4 years.
3
years, right, to get us to 10. I went to Burrow, remember? I'm going to let a play run here, and I'm going to see if I can remember. Those would be the Sean Bennis years, right?
3 Bennis years.
All right. I got to try to remember where we were. This is Tanner Nicely. We start the 4th quarter, and we have a foul on Highlands.
You heard all 3 of them, Mike.
Yeah, probably at Plum, right?
2 at Plum.
And 1 at Penn Hills?
That is correct.
White, 42.
But no pineapple.
I'm going 1-9.
1-9. Anybody wants pineapple on their pizza, see Mike Pavlik. He will pay for it. 1-9 is correct. Can you believe that was terrible?
And the opening tournaments, it's the same thing. It's like you take those games away from Stassi, it's like an 800 win.
Yeah.
The team gets better as the year goes on, and that's happened all 7 years he's been here, so I expect it to happen again. There's this missed 3, and the rebound comes to Cohen.
We play killer.
We play hard teams, too. We're playing 4A back then and 6A now. Oh, nice no look by Cochran. Missed it. Rebound Cohen, no good. Rebound Leary with good hustle to get it.
Leary.
Cochran's 3s off the rim, no good, and a rebound of Myers. Myers is fouled from behind. That was a good job on the glass by the Rams that time.
Light's going to pick up his 4th. Yeah, Mike, last 3 years of Pine Ridge and lost to Pine Ridge and lost to Butler last year. Talking about Ethan Morton. Mm-hmm. That 1 win against Summit Academy. Then in the 15 and 14 seasons, we opened at Norwin, and both times Penn Trafford beat us. Then we go back to Plum, 13 and 12 season. Lost to Plum 2 years in a row to start.
Now we see Ron Richards using stripes. Myers 54% from the line, makes the first. He's got 8.
And then for Bennis, Mike, it's 2 Plum. Shayla we lose. Valley we lost the home opener in 10. And back at Penn Hills, lost to Central Catholic.
Myers makes 2 out of 2. Chuck Crummy. A&B Pizza, 2418 Freeport Road, Natrona Heights. Open Sunday through Thursday, 11 to 9. Friday, Saturday, 11 to 10. Call 724-224-5311. And remember, we got the question right. Get $1 off your pizza and ask for the pineapple. We killed that one.
Yeah.
Looping feed to the corner is saved by Huss for a moment. And we're going to call a foul on the Rams, I think.
Pacey getting his first.
It's only the 4th team foul against Highlands. Derry's committed 2 second half. We played a minute of the 4th, and the Rams lead by 17.
But yeah, you look at those openers, Mike, all tough opponents, with the exception of some of the Academy. That's why we won, 87-62.
Yeah, when you said talking about openers, I thought you were going to talk about the pitcher that pitches the first inning, and then they bring another guy in.
That's going to screw me up so bad in fantasy baseball. I may quit. I lost
just
last
because
2 years
of that.
in a row. It's crazy.
Especially if you get Tampa guys.
I love starting pitchers too.
Well, Steve Bless was talking about that today. Cochran's 3 out of the corner is missed. Timmons got the rebound,
his own
and
room.
Timmons traveled.
Literally.
You're right, he did make his own room. Turnover for Highlands at 6:42.
Highlands going to do a little token pressure here.
Now it's tipped away, and Kerr actually tipped it to Myers. Myers all the way down, and Myers is fouled on the floor. And that'll be the 3rd team foul against Derry. Highlands, since they trailed it by 4 points late in the second quarter, are on a 32-11 run here.
And Mike, 18-9 turnovers tonight. Highlands doing a nice job with that. Forcing 18, only committing 9.
Second foul on Aiden Bushy. Cochran's long 3 is nothing but nylon.
He now has 26. He's hit 3 threes here in the second half.
61-41. The Rams have their biggest lead. It's 20.
Carter Leary getting a lot of playing time here, Mike.
He is.
Freshman.
Now we have a foul, just a little bump as Huss took it baseline, and see what Dan Robinson has. It's on Pacey.
It's his second. Is Johnny done for the night, Mike?
I don't know. I think he'll come back later.
Sitting over there with 4 fouls.
2 minutes into the 4th. It was a little hairy around halftime, but the Rams have stretched it out to 20 now.
Yeah, just joining us 32-30. Highlands at the half. Trailed 20-17 at the quarter.
Yeah, and they needed to score the last 6 points of the half to take the lead. Steal by Leary. Over to Cochran. Oh, tries to throw the bounce pass, and it was kicked. That was the only way to save it, really. See, it counts as a violation, but sometimes you're best to do that defensively and stop the basket. Sam Jones coming back into the Derry lineup, number 33. Timmons out to Cochran. Loops it to Myers right side. Myers good, defended well that time by Bushy. Now Cochran fires it over to the corner. Leary's 3 ball is nothing but nylon. Carter Leary drains one from the corner. His first 3 of the game. And that'll be a career high, because this was 1 basket earlier. That's only his second hoop.
Actually had 2 foul shots, Mike. He hasn't had a basket.
Now his shot is missed. That was his first basket, you're right. His first field goal.
Carr's a player, Mike. I had him down in middle school through the last 2 years, and he's contributing as a freshman. Getting quality minutes here against section opponent Derry Trojans.
Now we have a foul. We're going to get...
They're looking for that one, Mike.
He got to be. It's going to be on Highlands. Let's listen.
11 White. Grab.
It's on Myers.
Yep.
His 3rd. Seth Cohen back into the lineup for Danny Timmons. Seth needs one basket for a career high also. His career high is 11. He's got 10 points so far. He's had a good game. He deserves it.
It's a 10 from Danny. Oh, there he goes. Travel, yep.
Seth had 11 both at Pine Richland in the opener and here in that comeback against Blackhawk over Christmas time.
20th turnover. Nice job there for the Golden Rams.
Here's Cochran. Drives all the way through. Back out to Leary. Drives in. Leary, nice move. Up and under and down it goes. 5 points for him. 66-41, and Stosh wants to talk it over.
He's got one of everything now. Foul shot, three-pointer, and two-pointer. Get a chance to talk about B&E with the basketball season in full swing. You've probably been putting off that much-needed work around the house. Why not let the pros at B&E Home Renovation install a new kitchen, bathroom, game room, or addition to make your home a winner? Saw him and Jamie walking the dog last month.
Yep.
So he's got some time on his hands.
Good for him.
With over 100 years of combined experience, owner Brian Nee and his team of professionals at B&E Home Renovations guarantee your job will be completed on time, exactly the way you want it, and in plenty of time for that championship celebration. Customer service is top priority. Give Brian a call at 724-351-3172 for a free estimate or visit their Facebook page, B&E Home Renovations, where the B is always busy. Speaking of busy, Mike, we're going to be busy this weekend. This MLK Showcase at Woodland Hills. It's a 3-day event. You're right, we're scheduled for Sunday, the middle day of the event, in the old gym at 3 o'clock against 9th ranked in the state, Johnstown Trojans. There's going to be 37 high schools there, Mike. 28 games are being played. It's a 3-day event. Boys and girls teams from Pennsylvania, Ohio, Maryland, Virginia, North Carolina, New Jersey, and the Washington, D.C. area. 17 teams from Pennsylvania, 18 teams from out of state. The big question, will they all get there?
Yeah, the big question is how many of those games will be played. I'm going to go out on a limb and say not all of them. Steal by Myers. Myers drives all the way in, drives, lays, scores as it rolls around. Took a peek.
Warriors in double figures now with 11.
68-41. The run is 42-11, dude.
Something was said at halftime, my guess.
Do you think maybe? Here's Pacey. Drives, lays, scores.
Pacey, first two of the night.
70-41. And people are going to look in the paper and think it was always this way.
And Stosh is not one for keeping them long at halftime. I knew something was up when they came up with 22 seconds to go.
Derry has not scored in the fourth quarter.
Nice pass by
Cohen. Had trouble with it, kicked it back out, and Leary missed his three.
He says, why not?
This is Huss against four white shirts. Got around him and laid it in, and they break the deadlock here as they finally score in the fourth quarter, 70-43. Less than 4 to go. Cochran, nice pass, and there's a reverse by Myers. Myers is very good under the basket.
He knows his way around.
See his grandparents over there.
He's got 13.
72-43. There's Johnny.
Yeah, here's Johnny, 331. He's going to get a little work in. Look like a walk there.
Carr tried to pass it down on the block, and Pacey got the last piece of it and knocked it out.
Austin Seitko going into the lineup, along with Josh Yurley.
Hey, old Card Tricks is over there.
Oh, Rich Timmons, there he goes. He's the best. I'll never forget that night in Philippines.
Now a long three by Bushy is missed, and the rebound to Pacey. Pacey drives it in, kicked it back, and Cochran's three is too long, and we're going to get a Highlands foul on the other side of the basket, I think by Timmons at 3:09. No, I'm wrong. It's Corey Myers, and that's 4. And that'll put the Trojans to the foul line. They'll shoot the 1-and-1 here the rest of the way. 3:09 to go. Highlands leading 72-43.
Mike, in that MLK Showcase at Woodland Hills, we have players committed to Villanova, UConn, and Syracuse scheduled to appear.
Scheduled to appear. Check your local listings for weather in your area. We get 3 systems coming in. There's going to be one tonight into tomorrow, one Thursday night into Friday, and then the one over the weekend.
That's the one they don't know what's going on.
That's the ugly one. Yep. It's going to snow a lot somewhere. Just not sure where.
Well, we always complain about the hills, but they protect us in these situations.
Occasionally?
Yeah.
I think there'll be a lot of precip with this one, though.
Nice job.
Nice pass by Pacey. The shot is missed.
Johnny's gone.
And we have a foul. It's on Christ. He can't believe it.
Yep, he can't believe it.
The look of incredulity to Dan Robinson. And Christ walks the plank with 16 points. But the good news
He's
is
laughing.
he had 11 points in the third quarter in maybe 4 minutes of the third quarter.
And Dan Robinson does not want to hear any question as to why he fouled out.
Carter Leary back in.
And Dan is doing like a housekeeping, Mike. He's making sure that.
Well, Stosh wanted to ask, and Stosh doesn't think so. And so at the other end, the Trojans will shoot the 1-and-1, and we have Austin Seco at the line.
Before leaving the court, Johnny ran over and got a Swedish fish from Steve. So
That's right.
He's not really too concerned with it.
Seco makes the first. That is their first free throw attempt of the second half.
How about that?
72-44. Rattles the second one home. 2 for 2 for Austin off the bench. And it's 72-45. Less than 3 minutes left. Here's Cochran now bringing it up. Cochran drives and got fouled on the way in. He'll shoot 2.
It's one of these games, Mike, where I never felt like we were in danger, but I just didn't like how it was going.
I have us 9 for 14 at the foul line. Cochran's 3 for 4. I do know that. He's going to shoot 2 more right now. Seco picks up his first foul. And a first is good. He takes approximately 1/3 of the Highlands foul shots.
He's had 75 coming into tonight of the 218 we have taken.
And that's fine with me because he's the best we have at it. Missed the second. It's loose, and Timmons just hustled and chased it down. It's kicked free, and Seco has it for Derry. 2:35 remaining. Highlands by 28. Josh Ulrey in the game, number 11.
It's got to be something. He took an awful long time with that ball.
Seco's 3, and he drains it. Nothing but nylon for him from the outside. He's got 5 here in the fourth quarter. 73-48.
5'9" junior.
Cochran's bumped.
Yeah, he got armbarred
by Ulrey. And that's on the floor. That's only team foul number 5 against Derry's second half, so the Rams won't shoot at 2:13 to go. Thanks to Landon Signorella upstairs. Hired muscle Dom Stobert back at the controls. And a bunch of 8th grade basketball players and younger some.
Yes.
Cochran drives in. Oh, good hands that time by Ulrey to knock it out of bounds.
Jimmy Quint's up there.
Going up, Austin.
Everybody has to stop. It's like the Pope. Everybody has to stop and shake hands with Eddie on their way out of the building.
Required.
Oh, nice pass by Cochran, and Timmons with the finish. Daniel Timmons only scores in the fourth quarter, 75-48.
7 golden Rams on the score sheet tonight.
Now right side for Aiden Bushy for 3, and he missed it. It's out of bounds, and Highlands will get it at 141. Caleb Radishak back into the Highlands lineup.
He was making those in the first half, Mike.
Rams have played, 10 players
Luke
tonight.
going to come out here, and that's going to finish up his night. 27 points.
A good night for him all around. Looked like moving around a lot better tonight, too. Having a little bit of trouble.
And also, when Johnny was in foul trouble, Mike, he took over.
He did. And that's what you have to have.
Yep.
Here's Swanger. So it's Swanger, Radishak, Myers, Leary, and Timmons. That's the 5 out there for Highlands right now. 1.5 minutes remaining. Rams going to go to 8-4, 4-1 in section. And the first half of section play will be over, and that's why the next 2 games are out of section. Myers won't go. Timmons fought for the rebound, and Swanger controlled it. Back to Myers. Drives all the way in and got fouled out top. It's no basket. NBA, that would have counted for 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't see Charlotte over there with Carrie Stachinsky tonight, but Cal's there.
I think I did earlier, but no, maybe not.
Well, you normally know she tries to get on the floor.
Right. I did see Isaiah Mason here. Was behind us.
Yep. Dylan Signorella going to check in the lineup. Lanny, get a close-up on him.
We get Dylan on the score sheet, too. And there he is.
Ball, yep.
Corner to Swanger. He carried it and got away with it. Out to Radishak. His three is an air ball. Saved, though, by Timmons, but only for a moment. Derry will get it at 106. Highlands 75, Derry 48.
I'd like to say never in doubt, Mike, but I can't. Again, it was 20-17 Derry at the first quarter. At the break, Highlands led 32-30, and then a little rocket fuel at halftime.
49-18 since it was 30-26. Timmons skies for the rebound. Less than 1 minute remaining. And the Rams get back on the winning track at home. They'll now win 16 of their last 17 here.
Yeah.
Signorella all the way to the basket. Whoa. It won't go. Rebound is Timmons, and they're going to call travel.
Yeah. You can't get from here to there without doing that.
42 seconds left.
And Dylan Signorella, Mike, we have three seniors. He's the third senior right there. We talking about senior night pretty soon, Mike.
Yeah, we don't have very many home games left. We'll have
to be exact, right?
We'll have three. We'll have Friday night, Seneca Valley. Tuesday, January 22nd, home against York. And then Friday, February 1, home against Mount Pleasant. There's three left. That's it.
So February 1st will be senior night. Eddie always wants to know when senior night is. I always say, as a former coach, I'm one game at a time. So.
Right. Leary picks up the foul.
I know we play Seneca Valley, and you've been raving about this MLK showcase, so I know we play Sunday.
Nick Dettori at the line, missed the first. Nick, number 22.
We're talking, last time we were at Woodland Hills, like
2006. We had a playoff game there and lost to TJ, I think.
Yep.
I know we lost, but I think by 2. We had a problem inbounding it at the end, and most of our players were freshmen.
Yeah, they made freshman mistakes, but they made it to Columbo when they were
You're right. That was a team that stayed together and hung together.
Yep.
Here's Timmons with 12 6. Yeah, they still do. Yeah.
10 years later.
Saw a lot of them football season. Here's Leary. Rams going to dribble it out. And this one belongs to the Rams, 75-49. After they trailed 20-16, they finished the game on a 49-19 run.
Yeah, Mike, 30 points at the half, 19 in the second half. Little Rams tuned them up on defense, and that's what Coach Stachinski was looking for. Now we have a 6-8 team coming in Friday night. Hope we'll have a nice crowd for that.
And Derry scored 29 points the last 3 quarters.
Wow.
After they scored 20 in the first. So you're right about the defense. Let's wrap it up. Thanks to the boys upstairs for all their help. Landon, Dom, and everybody up there. Once again, that final score, Highlands 75 and Derry 49. For the Dean, Mike Choma, this is Mike Pavlik.